Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me today. I am here using the May Faith Art Box from Creative Retreat Kits, and this one is called Prayers of Boldness. And I'm journaling in Isaiah chapter 55, verses 6, 8, and 9. And those verses say, "Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near." This whole this whole devotional is about prayer. And so I found this verse and this section where it's saying, seek the Lord. And that's what prayer is about. I'm going to read the next two verses in just a second, but let me just tell you what I'm doing on screen here. I'm getting some background color on my page by smushing some Pitt Big Brush markers. So the two colors are medium flesh, that's that pink color, and I use that to highlight my verses, and then cold gray. So I'm just coloring onto some clear packaging, then wetting it with a wet paintbrush, and then smushing that onto my page. And then I do dry in between the colors. And I'm going to come in with the pink and then go back in with another gray layer with a little bit less water so that it's going to be a little bit darker. I'm going to read the second part of that verse now, verses 8 and 9. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So this passage I just thought was very poignant for me as I'm contemplating and studying about prayer, that we are to seek the Lord while he may be found, and he can always be found if we are seeking him, and that we are to call upon him while he is near. He is always near when we call upon him. But it's important for us to remember this next part, that his thoughts are not our thoughts, and his ways are not our ways. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a few minutes. So back on screen here, I've taken a piece of the devotional backing for the card, and I have trimmed that off. I actually just used the part that was the reflection questions because it was an easy line to cut, and I cut that off. I want to make a little booklet here to use as a tip-in. So I cut that off, and then I trimmed some regular white copy paper, printer paper, to fit that, and I cut those pieces in half so that when I fold it, they will not warp. And then I'm putting some adhesive I actually couldn't find, or I ran out, or my son used my last adhesive tape runner for one of his school projects, and now it's all gone. So I'm using my adhesive strip, which works well too. I will have all my products listed in the description box in the video, so check those out. I'll have links. Those some of them are affiliate links, so all the products. So if you're interested in checking them or seeing what is used, you can certainly check that out. Okay, so that ink pad that I just used to dust the outside of the edges of my paper, and now I'm using those for the stickers just to dust the outside, and then my pages, that's Peachy Keen. It's one of the pigment ink pads in the Creative Retreat shop, and I'm going to use that to stamp a little bit too. Okay, so I'm pulling off the backing to that adhesive strip, and I'm going to place these paper inserts so that covers up all of that print and that text, so that I have a little booklet that I can just stick in my Bible. So I use the stickers. On one side it says answered prayers, and on the other side it says unanswered prayers. In this passage, it talks about how God's ways are not our ways, and that his thoughts are not our thoughts, and that his ways are so much higher. He is so much higher than the earth and the heavens, and we cannot even imagine or fathom his ways. So that really meant a lot to me, and that was powerful as I was thinking about unanswered prayers. And in fact, unanswered prayers are really simply God saying either wait, or it's his ways that are not yet revealed to us. It might be that he's doing something a little bit differently than what we're asking for or what we are expecting, but it's just that his ways, we're not seeing them yet. He hasn't revealed his ways to us yet. So unanswered prayers are simply God hasn't revealed his answer. He hasn't revealed his ways to us yet, because his ways are much more complicated and higher and magnificent than our ways. So I've taken the sticker that says God is bigger, and I put that on the front of my little booklet, and I'm just embellishing that with the hearts. So on the outside it says God is bigger, and on the inside it says answered prayers and unanswered prayers, and then kind of it defines it by saying answered prayers are God's ways already revealed, and unanswered prayers are God's ways not yet revealed. So I'm making a little cluster down at the bottom with that cactus, that succulent piece, and then a couple of the hearts. And now I'm using a couple of the word fetties to spell he hears. So I have a little kind of a cluster of stickers down at the bottom. Oh, here's where I'm writing it. So answered prayers are God's ways already revealed, and unanswered prayers are God's ways not yet revealed. So for me, that helps me realize, that helps me be patient and to just trust God by realizing that unanswered prayers are simply his ways that are not revealed to me yet. And I don't always understand his ways. And maybe one day I will, maybe one day I won't. But it's his ways, and that he is so much bigger than I am. So I stamped a couple of those succulents with the peachy keen down in the corners. And now I'm stamping, it says pray big on your knees. Because remembering how powerful and how magnificent and how big God is helps me to be bold in my prayers. And it helps me to trust him and to really come boldly before him and to seek him in prayer. And as this verse in verse 6 says, seek the Lord while he may be found. So I can come to him boldly, knowing that he hears, because he is so much bigger than I am. Okay, so I'm cutting out a couple of tabs from the devotional backing. I cut out 2 of them because I'm going to use one to back the sticker that is a tab that says pray. So you can see me doing that. It's a little bit larger than my tab that I cut out. So I used my EK Success powder tool to just get rid of some of the stickiness that is still exposed. So I'm going to make a little tab cluster up at the top. So I used my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher to layer those and then kind of attach them together. And then one of the stickers that says seek, because that was the key word in verse 6, seek the Lord. Just a few more of the heart stickers to embellish here and there, just to add some balance to the different elements. This is one of the old Creative Retreat washi tapes. It's not available anymore, but any kind of peach or other washi tape that matches the colors will do. You can see how I use that washi tape to back one of these tabs that I cut out. So I just took a strip of washi tape and stuck it on the back side of the devotional backing, and then I cut out the tab so that it has it's basically a double-sided tab now. So I'm just adding some stickers up at the top to kind of anchor the corners. Now I'm trying to figure out anything else that I might want to add and how to attach my little booklet. I make a bow. Actually, this is a bow clippy from, I think, By the Well for God, from their Abba Father kit. I stamp my date at the bottom. And then I'm going to use an adhesive to stick my little booklet to the back, to the margin here. And I'm going to be careful that it doesn't cover up any of the text. And then I'm going to take that bow clippy and just actually attach it to the little booklet. And then I wrote some journaling that says, I don't understand all of your ways, Lord, but I trust you. I seek you because you are bigger and higher and mightier than I, so I can pray big prayers to you. This booklet has a tendency to poke out and to open up, so I'm making a little tab with that washi tape just to make it stick down, add a little heart to it, and it opens. I can just pull that up easily. So here are some close-up shots for you to see. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comments section and I will check those out. Again, I have all my products linked in the description box. Thanks so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.